Alrighty, Hosses, welcome back, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use CSS with JavaFX. Now this is actually one of the main reasons that I love JavaFX, because before this bad boy came along, whenever we were trying to make GUIs in Java, we pretty much used the framework and it gave us a couple default themes, but those themes were more likely than not very ugly looking. So thanks to JavaFX, what we can do now is we can actually write our own custom CSS. So we now have complete control over every single item, the color, the font size, the background, all that good stuff. So I'll show you guys exactly how to work with that in designing a beautiful piece of software. But first, I need to show you guys this. Well, I don't need to, but I want to. I thought it was really cool. I was browsing GitHub the other day and I stumbled across this repository right here. So what this is its base 16 color scheme, and anytime you're trying to design a piece of software with a dark theme, you see how IntelliJ kind of has a dark theme to it. What you can do is you can use one of these themes. So this is pretty much the default one, and if you click it, it gives you all the hex numbers, or what you can do is just click this little link and it'll give you a bunch of different themes. So click like Twilight, Ocean, just a bunch of cool dark themes. So I thought this was pretty stinking awesome. So I'm like, you know what, might as well use this in my tutorial. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And for this tutorial, what I am doing is I'm actually using the code from tutorial number 9, where I showed you guys how to work with grid layouts. So that's my starting point. I didn't feel like, writing all this over again since we already learned it. So the first thing I want to show you guys is just how to use a really simple built-in theme. So by default, we have that theme that you just saw. Whenever you first run everything and don't mess with any styling, you're given that default look and feel. But JavaFX also has a couple other style sheets built in. So you can just stick it right under your login button. What you can do is you can say, whenever we click the login button, I'm going to change this theme just so you guys can see the difference. So login button, set on action. And let me just stick it on a new line. So set user agent style sheet. This means set a new style for this program, and the value is style sheet. I believe Medina, I don't even know how to say these words, or Caspian. Medina, I think, is the one that's given to you by default, but I know Caspian is a different one. I don't really know these because I don't really like the built-in styles. I always like to code my own. So if I run this, we're given this one by default, and then I'm going to click this button and watch it change. So it was kind of subtle, but let me do that again. It's not like a huge change, but the background gets a little bit lighter. The text looks like it changes a little bit. And there you go. So, alright, we have two themes. Neither of those are that great. So let's go ahead and start building our own. So delete that because we really don't want it. And do this. Anytime you want to work with a new custom style, it's always a good idea to add a new CSS file. They have CSS in here? Do gotta write it myself. Style sheet right here. Hey buddy. Alright, style sheet. So I'll just name it whatever theme. What's a cool name for a theme? Viper. Viper.css. Wow, that is a cool name. Good job, Bucky. If anyone steals my theme name, I will destroy you. Viper. Nice. Alright. So let me adjust here. I'm all excited. I thought of a cool name. Alright. So what you can actually do is you can start styling these individual widgets. For example, you can give this button a new style, maybe make the background red. You can, I don't know, for these inputs, you can make the text bigger in them. But what if you just want to apply an overall style to your entire program? Well, in order to do that, you use the roots dot root. Now in between the curly braces, just like any normal CSS, you start writing your properties and their values. So the background, a lot of these, they begin with FX background color. So now you can just use any hex color. What's a cool background color? maybe this 383838. 383838. All right. So now our entire background for our software is going to be this dark gray. And also I'll say, I don't know, I want to set like the font size to what's something like 11 point. So now that we have a style created, we need to hop back over in main Java and we need to tell our program to use that style sheet. So under scene, remember the window is your entire window with all the little buttons, the X, maximize and minimize. The scene is essentially the content inside your window. So what we can do for the scene is we can get it's right there, first one. Get style sheets and add whatever our name was. So Viper.css. Now what this is going to do is it's going to get all the current styles and it's going to override them with Viper.css. So basically whatever was there before, you can keep that. For example, all the default font sizes, the background colors of the input and buttons, but just change the background color and font size. So let me run this and check it out. So alright, our font size is now 11 point and our background is now, what is it, 383838, and you know what, I think that font size is a little big, so I'm going to go to 10 point and see how that looks. Alright, not bad, but obviously we have a couple issues. First of all, these labels are incredibly hard to read, so let's fix that right now.